good enough against righties. Sorry. Matt Holliday getting better, but still not good enough to play against lefties. In the hole right now. Man, but we're 5-2 so far. So those are so expensive and they take a while to get to. So they're, you know, tough. So 5,000 free tickets for every game in that homestand, and then we'll reevaluate after that. So far, no injuries to our team. We've only played 15 games. Let's see how we finish up the month of April. By the way, if there's anything you want to see or want me to do, potentially, or at least look into in terms of a front office decision, let me know in the chat, and I am happy to see what we can do about that. If it's a trade or if it's signing someone potentially, let me know. I want this to be at least somewhat collaborative as the phone rings in the background, and now it's going to start speaking to us. Usually. I don't know who's calling, but usually the phone screams it out. Oh, we're 13 and 12. Not great, but we should be better. 15 and 12 isn't terrible. Alright, so we still did not sell out, even giving away 5,000 tickets. We came close in that final game against the Yankees, 18-8-38, but still, that includes 5,000 free tickets. We are now $1 million more in the hole than we were a few weeks ago, so that's not exactly ideal. Let's see what we can do about pricing. We're selling a little bit more. Is our next game at least a 5 out of 10? I'm going to up it to $45 and $20 here. And then maybe concessions we can get up a little bit. Nah, nothing's... $7 for peanuts. $6.50 for pizza. Why not? Not trying to bleed people dry, but, I mean... We gotta sell stuff. We gotta make some money. Otherwise, we're screwed. Everything seemed to sell at least 30%, so... Let's do that then. $12 for t-shirts. I will say, if you could get a $12 t-shirt right now, like, from any team, that would be great. So there, $6 and 7. Ooh, 28 here, and then 21, 22, why not? If we're up to a 5 out of 10, I'm thinking we'll be able to sell enough tickets where we don't have to give any away. In our next homestand, actually, let's look, though, at the promo day potentials. 5, 6, and 4. Let's see, that was a 3 out of 10. I think we're good without giving away any free tickets. We should be able to sell enough that we're okay. So we have the best hitting, supposedly, and bad pitching. Let's see what our stats are like. Mark Burley's been good. Rich Harden, oh my lord. 0-5, 24 innings, 7.88 ERA. What in the world? Okay, Greinke's been good. Rob Bell's been good. Well, Udisline's been good. Ron Averett has barely pitched. I'm going to throw Harden in the bullpen at this point. 0-5 with a 7.88 ERA? What? And that means he's made at least 5 starts and isn't going even 5 innings per start. Ginter's been bad in 15 and a third. I'm going to send him down to AAA. Same with Valentine and Fuentes. My God. God, I'm going to get 3 new relievers up here. And stat. I'm going to move everyone up in the rotation 1 spot. Because Averett needs to be at the bottom. He's not as good. So let's figure out. Okay, 410 average for Olivo. That's good. Lopez will start hitting soon enough, hopefully. Leonard's been fine. Pujols has been Pujols. Ginter's been good in a little bit of play. Sean Figgins isn't hitting for much power. Wait, what? His on-base percentage is lower than his batting average. That's really bad. Inge is getting on base, which is good. Gonzalez not playing well. Beltre not playing well. Jason Worth hitting well in his little bit of time. Holiday hitting well in a platoon. Crisp hitting well in a platoon. You know, the platoons work. injury. By the way, if you are new here, please give me a follow. I just started streaming in the past few weeks. I'm going to keep it up. I've been streaming mainly 3 games, all not really retro sports games, but sports games that are a little older, and, you know, the last one in these older series, MVP Baseball 2005, run an inning. Ashby has been passably fine enough, so let's call up 2 other relievers from AAA. So the first one getting sent down is Conrad. Let's figure out for whom. Buehler's been really good, a 1.22 ERA. I know he's a starter, but I mean, I don't think anyone in the bullpen has been that good. No, nobody. Well, Fuentes has been, but Fuentes was terrible in the majors. He's pitching well, and the next time I shake up the bullpen, we'll see about that. So I'm going to have to mess around with the bullpen and things in AAA in the rotation, because they have 1 actual starter. Nope. Who has been... Webb? I guess we're going to call up Webb, because he's been someone with a 3-something ERA. 334, let's do it. Alrighty, let's figure out the Major League rotation. Buehler he's making his Major League debut, top 100 prospect, we'll take that. I'm going to swap Ashby and Snell, because it seems like Snell has just been consistent, although he's walking a lot of guys. Not striking out that hard. Not exactly the type of peripheral stats you want to see. And Beimel's been fine as our closer for now. Actually, I'll fix AAA's thing. Jay Conrad can start. Anybody with a lower than 56, or higher than 56, I should say. Looks like the answer to that is no. I'll move Fuentes to the setup role. Those two guys are going to swap with these two because they have worse ERAs and long guys are not meant to pitch as much. Somehow, 29 and 16, despite the fact that it seems like their pitching isn't that good. 26th in pitching. I don't know that I want to go trade for anyone at this point. Well, let's see where we're at money-wise after the mid-June homestand. So we're about $2.5 million in the hole. Hopefully we are a little bit closer to green by then, because then we should be positive after the following longer homestand. Oh, Larmore's a AAA guy, I believe, so I'll have someone as another starter in the rotation. Man. Still just 500 right now. Man, unlucky. And look at the hitters. I'm not as worried about hitters. I always worry about pitching. Because I would assume our hitters are fine, you know? They're going to be doing fine, I'm betting. So there's that. Well, we're 6 above now, 5 above. Okay, we're up to a B+ owner rating. That's good. Back to a B. Probably going to get to a B- if we drop below 500, but I'm not keeping Rich Harden in the rotation with a 6 or 7 ERA. I'm not putting him back until his ERA is down like to 5 something. And if, somebody in the rotation like Averette's pitching poorly. I'm doing alright though, 36 and 28. It's a minor league injury. Okay. 8 games, 9 above. Can't really complain about being 9 above. We've been positive, above 500 every month. It seems like our losses come in. I lost 3 or 4 there, but we're doing all right. And we are doing slightly better financially than we were 3 weeks ago. Let's look at the rotation. Sub-3 ERAs from our top 2 guys. Bell's been fine, Udisline's been good, and Everett's 354. But Rich Harden, it seems like that long relief role is really helping him out. He's pitching they're going to have a higher impact level. So we are going to go 55 and 30. And we're not doing too poorly at the major league level. You know, 10 above 500 isn't bad for now. For the first half, as long as we have another half like that, we're okay. You know, we may be like a 88 win team, which could be good enough to make the playoffs, depending. Let's see, 44 and 36. No, come on. Okay. Again, another guy who's just a minor leaguer. Don't care about their injuries. Come on. Oh my god. Let's get back to 10 above 500. No, we're not going to do it during this sim, I don't think. There might be one more game. Well, 3 and 2. Again, above 500 each month. We're not lighting the world on fire, but we're doing okay. And we are 438,000 in the green. We can buy stuff. Let's go. For that, though, I will check the hitting. 244, 283 is not going to do it as the leadoff hitter. I'm going to have to make some changes. Holy moly, Beltre coming on strong. Buck Leonard, not terrible. Lopez, oof. For a guy who's only playing part-time, he should be hitting better. Matt Holliday has been good. Load has not been good. Coco Crisp has been good. Maybe I should start playing him. I think I'm going to have Coco Crisp lead off because he's been hitting the ball well. You know, 307, 365. It's a lot better for Pujols. the player photos are. I mean, they're really blurry, but like everything looks crisper and better to me having this through the progressive scan mode instead of, just having it through, whatever, like an AV to HDMI splitter that was just through the old analog cables. This is just so much cleaner. And only the original GameCubes had the digital output. When they made it cheaper and redid it, the 101 models, they got rid of that digital output. That's because no one really used it. And that's also why a set of composite cables, the ones with like the 5 ends on them, those are much more expensive, extremely expensive, more expensive than actually buying. We'll keep stuff where it is for now. I'm not too worried there, but let's buy some assets here. We bought all the store venues. Let's see what we can get in terms of concession stands. Ooh, we'll get another pizza stand, and if we get another pizza stand, that's about all of the money we have. So that works. And then we still have 37 grand, which we could use on promos. Why don't we do that? Why don't we spend 37 grand on promos for whatever games are least important, which would be the Pirates ones. Let's see, we have 37 grand. So let's give away... Magnetic schedules seem to be the cheapest per 1,000 of everything that's not a free ticket. So we're going to give away magnetic schedules. Let's do 6,000 a day. 6,000 there. 6,000 here, and 6,000 here. Now spend money to make money, and that's pretty much all the money we have. Suddenly we have $1,760 in the bank. That was, isn't that how many yards are in a mile? I believe. I don't know, someone could fact check me in the chat or the comments. And the All-Star break is coming up. Let's see. I bet you, let's look at the league news. Do we have any All-Stars right now? Anybody leading in their position group? Okay, Beltre's third among third basemen. David Wright is making nothing in Minnesota as number 1. Tried signing him. And that's... yikes. We may have one All-Star? Is Pujols hitting that poorly? Not really poorly, just... I mean, Beltre's lighting the world on fire, so of course he'll probably be an All-Star, and Pujols, unless he has a good few games, won't be. I don't think Crisp will be either, because he just hasn't played enough. You know, only 58 hits because he's not just playing every day. Or he hasn't been, rather. So, that's okay. I bet you we'll have 2 pitchers, because they have sub-250 ERAs as All-Stars. Maybe 3 if we're lucky? Maybe? We'll see here. Let's simulate. Let's sim through the All-Star game, because I'm not going to play it. And we'll see where we're at. Let's see if we can beat the Reds. Couldn't get it done. Yes, continue the sim. I don't care who won the All-Star game. I will check to see who our All-Stars are. And then I'll figure out the homestand, and something tells me, yeah, we're 1.65 million in the hole. I bet you we are at least that much in the green after that homestand. So let's go to League News here. Not going to worry about those yet. All-Star voting. Let's see. 1 in Burley. Ooh. Wow, only Burley for the pitchers. And that's our only All-Star was Mark Burley. They did not put... Fake Dwayne Kuiper made the All-Star game? What? In what world? In the Cy Young race, we have Mark Burley ahead of Cy Young himself. I love putting in these guys. It's ridiculous. You're seeing guys who are now has-beens, or in some cases never was pitchers. And then you see Juan Marichal and Walter Johnson and Cy Young in there. Ridiculous. And then the MVP race, no one in the top 10 right now. Juan Pierre is 3rd. Alrighty. And Rocco Baldelli is 10th. Baldelli's very good. So our team is what our team is. It's only changed 3 games. We're not worried about any of the other stuff. So we are going to sim this homestand and then spend the money that we make from it. Not worried about Conrad. Not worried because he's in the minors anyway. So we're doing all right, you know. I will take this for now. I'm assuming that maybe we'll be able to get someone right before the trade deadline. That's what we'll do also. We'll spend the money that we have and then figure out, oh wow, we're up to A as owners. Wow. That's good that we're an A ownership group already. Awesome, we've won 4 in a row. And we are 3.1 million in the green. Oh my. Did we sell out, I wonder? We did not sell out. We came closer though, which that's fine. We'll keep the money as is. We're fine selling whatever we sell. Now the pizza cost is going to be weird because where is pizza? Pizza. That probably went way down because we suddenly have twice as much pizza to sell. So I'm not concerned about how much we sell there or not. Although I am going to lower the price a little now that we have more pizza to sell. Lower that by 50 cents since we're not selling much. Everything else is fine enough at the price it's at. Part of it's just how many people are in the building, you know, to be able to sell the stuff too. Nothing's like at 30%, so everything seems to be a decent price and we're making money. That's what matters. Now, I just want to see what's our income statement supposed to be. We are expected to, make 6.7 million this year. That's pretty good, 6.7 million. I'll take it. Let's buy assets. Let's buy the rest. Let's buy as many of the concessions as we can. So my thinking is we'll buy Fastball Joe's, and then we can set the pricing of those new items. And then we have $700 grand left over, and we just spend that on popcorn vendor. And there we go. So we still need to make 3 million plus 3.2, so 6.2, 2.1 would be 8.3, 9.1 million, 9.3 million. And that's what we'll have to spend in order to get the rest of the concession stands. After that, we can buy all the attractions, which get people in the door, and they're not that expensive. Those are what, another 2 million? Oh no, 1.5 million. And then we can start upgrading the ballpark. Seating capacity costs so much, and you do not make it back at all very quickly. That's like the last thing I would upgrade. I would do all of the other stuff first. But once you unlock everything, you get this secret stuff menu, which I think is awesome. And we can tour that once we get there. It'll take some time, though, because, I mean, you saw it's like 10, 20, 30 million. That's a lot of money you have to make to, you know, keep profiting to be able to do that. Everyone's pitching, okay, not Ginter, but these guys have just barely were called up recently, so we're doing all right, I think, and I think we need to, oh, I forgot. Gotta set the pricing of the new stuff, of the new concessions we just got. Anything that doesn't have data, we'll just up it by 50 cents. Chicken strips are popular, right? People like chicken strips. For some reason, the fried apple sticks, I don't know why, they just have a graphic that says specialty. Everything else is a photo of the item. Whether it's a good quality photo or a good photo, who knows? That pizza looks awful, by the way. Just terrible. Alright, so the rest of the stuff is set pricing. Hopefully we have another long homestand coming up soon so we can really start profiting. Oh yeah, let's see about getting a relief pitcher. I think that's where we need to look. So, let's see, how good has Joe Nathan been this year? Very good. He'd become our closer, and then other people would just swap down. Something tells me that we're not going to be able to trade away, you know, like Josh Bard and a relief pitcher or two and Jorge Cantu for, you know, for friggin' Joe Nathan. There's not a chance. It's like, here, well, I'll add Andy Ashby. They're not going to accept that trade. No chance. So we have to get creative. We can't get the highest end relievers, but we can get some good relievers who are maybe younger guys. Maybe let's trade Ginter? No. Scutaro hasn't been that good, and he's also 30, so let's see if maybe adding him. Oh, great, we got Ginter. We just got ourselves a reliever who is good at the major league level, so that's good. Let's see, maybe we get one more reliever we can trade for. Let's see who's in Colorado. Anyone good at relief pitcher-wise? Ooh. 1.95 ERA this year in 19 innings. 39 years old, which means he's older, so we can get rid of him after the season. So let's see what we can trade for Nelson. It's not going to be valuable to us. Ashby would be one piece, and Valentine would be another, because he's not that good. Great! So we just traded for two relievers, and we'll call them both up to the majors right now. decently well, and has okay, should develop into a solid catcher. They don't need 3 catchers Double A, but now they're gonna have 3 catchers, and has this can develop into a solid player. Great, those guys are now in that league. Let's just do that. CPU optimize, and that should just get great. 3 guys, 3 guys, 2 guys. That's fine. I don't think that affected any of our rotation stuff. Nope. So hopefully the 2 trades pay off for us for Jeff Nelson and Jason Ginter. Ginter only has 1 year remaining, and something tells me he'll want a pay raise. I'll give it a shot, but I doubt that he's going to want it. Oh my god, this guy still has 2 years on his contract? He's 39! Maybe he'll retire after the season, because he's not going to have a value at the age of 40 for us, I'll tell you that much. Let's see, who has a year remaining that maybe we can sign? We're not giving you a $400,000 raise. We're not re-signing you. You want too much money. 1.7 million? No, I can... As we've figured out, we can just kind of cobble together guys, and good pitchers don't always pitch well. I mean, Rich Harden has a 5.68 ERA for crying out loud, and he should be our second best starter. Instead, we have 2 guys who are just killing it at the top of our rotation, and everyone else has just been fine. You know what? Good enough for us. Man, 2 games out behind Minnesota. I am going to look at the standings really quickly, see where we are in the wild card. We're leading it. Okay, so we have the best record of every non-division winner. The Angels are 500, leading their division, and no other team's that good in the East. So it really will come down to us and the Royals and the Twins. And 2 of the teams are going to make it, 1 of them will not. We're on the road for a hot bit. So let's simulate through our next homestand and hope that we are still profitable. We may not be, but that's okay. Probably this stream will get... Ooh, we are... no, I'm not going to do that. No thanks. I don't need a minor league reliever. If it was a minor league starter, I at least consider it. Once again, I don't need a minor league reliever. None of those trades of all minor leaguers. Okay, minor league injury, doesn't matter. Okay, we're about... Okay, 8 above, not great. Not great. On 10 above, great. That's good. I'm not gonna... We're gonna keep going with this roster. We made trades for 2 relief pitchers. I think that's enough. I'm not gonna worry about it. Because we can tinker a lot, but that doesn't do us a ton of good. Okay, come on now. Still like 2 games out, it looks like, so we're close. I may be back later today with another stream, but it would be... Oh, major league injury. That's our first major league injury of the season, and it's going to put Rich Harden back in the rotation. Yes, I am going to leave the screen anyway. 12 days, he hasn't been that good, so I'm actually going to put Bell on the 15-day DL. Give us an extra spot for someone to be called up. Harden will move into the 5 spot in the rotation. And then we'll just call up whoever our best starter is from AAA. It looks like it'll be Blankard or Larmore. Blankard's pitched more. Who has the better stuff? Better fastball out of Larmore, so I'm going to do that. Canadians fan 90. Wish the show had single A. I agree with you. one more year they will use this team name. I try not to refer to them as that. I try to refer to them as Cleveland. I will say though, Chief Wahoo, really bad caricature, really racist. The Kinston logo, their single A team's logo, if you look in the top right corner of the game there, is worse, I think. That is just, I mean, you have the headdress and the bow and arrow. That one I'm surprised lasted as long as it did. That was not good. Crisp is still hitting 294. Pujols hitting well. Beltre hitting well, but he's cooled off a bit. Five games out of the division. Actually, surprisingly, considering we've only scored 477 runs. Luckily, our pitching might, yeah, second fewest runs we've allowed in the American League, which is good. We are hitting 274 as a team, which is bad. We haven't stolen too many bases. Home runs are home runs. 323 team ERA. It's the best in the American League. We'll take that. Oh, let's look at awards. Actually our best month of the season, surprisingly. We've just been consistently to utilize. Every single one of our minor league teams is also above 500, so we have a lot of talent in the organization. Hopefully, if they all take steps forward. What's my team looking like? You can see we're not doing too poorly, Cleveland, right now. We are leading the wild card, and we're just kind of making our way through. Our minor league teams are looking good as well. So this owner mode, Mr. Masters, and I'll show you some of the stuff after the sim. We have all of the the historic players in this owner mode, along with, oh my god, what kind of a losing streak? We're 9 above now? What the heck? Just lost 7 of 8. 3-10 in September, good lord. free agency thing. Let's just make sure that nothing's weird. We have everything expensive here. We want to spend the money, as much of it as we can. So we will buy all the soda vendors first. Okay, 4.2. So looking at we are $1,996 away from being able to buy one more something. Looking at the math. So this is 1.8. So let's buy a peanut vendor. Actually, let's buy all of the peanut vendors. We have 1 million left. We'd be able to buy... So let's figure out the math here. If we buy the popcorn vendor, we still have 398,000 left. We could buy one of the attractions, and then we can figure out other math, too. So let's buy the popcorn vendor, buy one of the attractions. By the way, I wish that this was real. They actually made arcade versions, 2 of them, of Madden NFL football that you could play in arcades. I don't think they ever made an arcade version of MVP baseball. That would have been the coolest thing, and if they ever did make that, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Because there's something about this game series that I absolutely love so much. So promo days, we do not need to give any for the 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. But maybe we should? For the 8 out of 10 games? We might as well spend the 148 if it's going to turn into profits. So let's figure out what is expensive that maybe we do want to give away. Ooh, player toys. Let's do 2,000 player toys. We'll do 2,000 player bats. And then however much we have left, we'll spend it on something against the Blue Jays. We have 28 grand. So that would be 7,000 toy figures. Let's do that then. We are now $4 in the green at the moment. Oh, I do want to up prices. We have 10 out of 10 games coming. We're upping prices by $10 for everything. Because we should sell out or come close to it. Nobody wants to buy stuff. I have to lower the prices of these things by a bunch, since now we have more of them. Clearly no one wants to buy hot dogs, pizza, and definitely not popcorn. Ooh, we can up the price of peanuts, I think. $2 for an ice cream cone? These are always so varied and variable, I never get it. It's so tough to figure out what should I charge for some of this stuff. Clearly French fries and fried apple sticks are too expensive. How do you get high team chemistry? So, don't trade away a lot of guys and make sure a lot of the players are happy. That's how you can get team chemistry. So, if you see, like, they all have MLB starter contracts and they're all very happy. Just, you can see with the green smiley face, yellow for Burley. Most of our pitchers are happy. And as long as that's the case, then that's good. That's going to up our team chemistry. Where my team chemistry could be better is for hitters. You see not as many of them are happy, and some of them are a little bit sad. Javi's playing every day. He can't complain if he's playing every day now, because Olivo couldn't get the job done in part-time play. You know what? If you're going to be miserable playing every day for a couple months, Javi, you're going to sit against lefties, because Olivo is better. That's how I do things. And so you see, some of the guys, if you sign them to minor league contracts, they're going to be happy at a higher level. Automatically. So having AAA and AA contracts for these guys, them playing in the majors, they're happy no matter what, because they're playing every day. Sometimes you gotta put guys on the bench. Oh, and if a guy is sad, put him on the trade block. That usually will up his sadness from this type of sad to the neutral emotion. Ginter's unhappy. He's playing situationally. You can see, though, AAA contract, so he's going to be happy. AAA backup contract, suddenly he's in the majors playing part-time. He's going to be very happy. Usually your best players will be happy as long as your team's doing solidly well and they're playing every day. So, that's fine. So, yeah, if you're going to be a little punk about it, you can sit on the bench, Javi. Not going to even question it. And then we can move Olivo up in the lineup to right behind Ginter, because Ginter hits the ball well against lefties. He just does. As you can see, I only have like 3 or 4 guys in the lineup who play against righties and lefties. 2 of them are Pujols and Beltre, who make up a ton of my payroll. I mean, the 2 of them together make more than $25 million, and my expenses this year, I mean, have been $124 million. I don't know if I can find the exact payroll number. Is it under organization info, maybe? No, it's not there. But you can see we're doing all right with all of our teams in the organization. But yeah, so that's how you get better. Let's say Cy Young did something. Oh, he's starting against us. Cy Young of the Yankees. Good lord. 280 and 212 in a third innings pitched. Pretty good. Pretty good for a guy who already has won 500-some games in his career. Let's actually look at the league news here quickly. Nobody in the top 10 of the MVP race. 3 guys in the top 10 of the Cy Young race. Greinke ahead of Burley now, so that's pretty good. But yeah, as long as your team's doing well, your owner rating is good, your fans are happy, that all contributes to high team chemistry. I've had the number much higher, because if you can sign guys to cheap contracts, that's good. So we're going to lose a lot of money. I think we'll end up being about where we're at now at the end of the regular season. Hopefully we make the playoffs and don't collapse. Okay, we've lost the first 2 since we started simming. Come on, let's get to 90. Oh, we can't get to 90 wins. Okay. Oh, Ian Snell tore his ACL. Let's fix that manually, because he's going to be off the roster, and we should want to call up some pitcher. That sucks, because that means he's off for... Nice amount of days for Ian Snell to be hurt. Oh, and his ERA went up to 5.86 this year. Man, he went from a valuable reliever to a guy who, fine that you got hurt. Let's call someone up, and it could even be a starter at this point, at the end of the season. Lar Moore, 409 ERA. I believe I'm on MVP difficulty, but I don't know that owner mode actually does anything. Any major changes at that. I have large budgets. I think it's MVP difficulty. At least I thought so. Maybe it's not. I know I play games on like Rookie or Pro, at least when I'm streaming, because I have to worry about other things. None of them have really lit the world on fire in the majors, so I'm not going to call any of them up. We'll call up... we'll call up Conrad. Let's do that. We'll call Conrad up. He's young. He was a good reliever for us last year. He hasn't been this year, but, maybe he just figures it out. It's not like he's going to pitch that much. Nelson still... These two guys as our trade acquisitions have pitched well since coming over. So we'll take it. Okay, let's fix that for them. Okay, let's put Fuentes as the closer. Easy enough. Let's see, did any of them win their division? So Kinston finished second. I don't know if that means they made the playoffs. Really? Akron finished fourth! Despite finishing 6 games above 500. That's unfortunate. And then second place for Buffalo. Let's actually go to the big standings area here and see if our minor league teams made the playoffs. So Buffalo did. Akron did not. And Kinston won the first half. Tied for the first in the first half. And the Pelicans are just not going to make the playoffs. Wow, that's a pretty good division there. Everyone finishing above 500 in the first half. And then the Pelicans decided, we're not going to be good anymore. We'll take it. So let's look at the schedule for the Major League team here. So we are only 15 or 16,000? Really? I'm surprised. We're still making a ton of money, though. Yeah, because the tickets are so expensive. We're $1 million in the hole, and we're going to definitely make that back between the final Twins game and then the last 3 games against the Blue Jays. Hold up, I did not see our... Okay, 1 game up on the Royals with 4 games to play. 1 against the Twins, who are being world beaters. The Royals won the World Series last year, so a little concerning. Let's just take this 1 game at a time. Okay, that's not great. We are tied with the Royals. And the Rays are 2 games back. Okay, so as long as we win these last couple games against the Blue Jays, which are also a division leader. Man, we need to make the playoffs. I will manage these last few games, because I think I can manage them well enough to get us into the playoffs. Let's start with Harden here. We're going to sit Crisp because he has 71%. Ross Glode, fine. Ross Glode can even be our leadoff hitter. Actually, how bad is he doing? Still really bad. I'm just going to put Figgins in. He's fast to lead off. I know, that's an old thing. We'll do that, though. Let's manage this and see what we can do. I always like to do pitch around to guys on the manager menu. Alright, back-to-back singles. So what's weird about the manager mode is hit and run is not a real hit and run. What we think of and call a hit and run is actually their run and hit. That's sending the runners and then the guy swings and hopefully makes contact. Hit and run is hit the ball and try to take an extra base. We're just going to have swing away for Beltre. And Ginter. Hey, Olivo, 2 RBIs. This is why you play the platoons. This guy is Kevin Millar, in case you didn't know. He is the fake guy who, because Kevin Millar was not in the Players Association. Alrighty, let's keep going here. Okay, 2-2 now. Home run for Jason Wolf. Let's go. Because I'll start pinch hitting if they put in a righty. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to do sack bunt because Figgins is legitimately hitting like a pitcher. So at least I get 2 guys into scoring position for Pujols. Didn't work out there. Up 4-2, so that's good. I assume the next guy who gets on base will lead to a reliever. Come on, good. Yep. Rodriguez is a righty, so I'm going to pinch hit for Olivo with Lopez. And then pinch hit for Worth with somebody who can play left field and hit better against righties. That would be Matt Holliday. See, that's the beauty of having these platoons. Inge is good enough against righties that I'll keep him in there. Leonard's good enough against righties. Let's pinch hit Sean Figgins. We're not going to put in Crisp because he's a little bit tired. Gonzalez is good. He's a utility guy. Great. He can play center field. And the double play happened. Darn it. Harden's been good enough that we'll keep him in the game for the 7th. And then we'll swap pitchers in. Ooh, Willie Moe should not be hitting. Willie Moe can't really hit righties that well. But I guess it's not that much of a difference between him and Glode. We'll keep him in. Hey, got a hit. 0 for 4 Beltre. This is who we need to pinch hit for. Ginter. Ginter is not as good as Glode is against righties. Great. Hey, look at that. Our catchers have 4 RBIs. All because we played the platoons smartly. Estasio's another righty, so... Oh, perfect. Man, I'll put in anybody. We're up 10-2? Man, Beltre's had a bad game. Let's just put in some reliever. Wow, Everett's gotten unlucky if he's 1-6. He's 8-12. These two guys have been very good. Let's put Bell in, since just to, finish things up. We can actually pitch 2 batters instead of pitching around now, since we don't need to walk guys or worry about that. We're up by 8. And we won! See how much money we made. Lefty pitcher who's been good. And they have a good offense. I mean, this is a team that won a division. So, oh no, he's a righty pitcher, excuse me. So, maybe we'll have to do some platoon subs if they put in a lefty reliever. Not good so far. Oh, not great. Not great. Okay. This is where we can run and hit, get him to second. Pujols scored him, we tied it up. Sometimes you gotta do some small ball. That's what we did to, make something work. It's going to be a close one here. Okay. Sean Figgins has like a 250 on base percentage and now has 2 hits and has scored both of our runs today. Unbelievable. Let's keep Greinke in for now. Okay, it's tied at 2. Okay, not great that we're down by 1. Leonard walked. Okay, runners on first and third. That's great. Ground out. RBI ground out. Perfect. We just took the lead. Estasio's a righty, so we'll keep everybody in. Sean Figgins still 2 for 3. I'm thinking we go and we put in a reliever here. Or is that over managing? Greinke's been good. Let's just pitch to the guys. Get out of that inning. Great. Okay, the 8th inning. Let's put in our 2 guys that we traded for at the deadline. Conrad, yikes. Ginter. 1-2-3 inning as the setup guy. Now with a 1-run lead, we are turning it over to the closer who we traded for with a 1.08 ERA, who just blew the save by giving up a home run to Jermaine Dye. And now it's tied. Sean Figgins is in. Let's run and hit. Didn't even need to worry about the running. Coco Crisp, walk-off home run. If you're watching and have not followed, gotta follow for the walk-off. Come on now. And so our closer gets his pricing. We will actually go to 70 and 40. And then we'll wrap things up and call it a stream. The Arizona Diamondbacks. Alright, they won it. Okay, we lost to the eventual champions in both Single A and Triple A. Ryan Klesko as the World Series MVP. You know, that's not who I would have expected, considering there are a bunch of the historic guys. So Toronto, who beat us, ended up winning the American League, and that must have come down to a Game 7, because... Oh no, maybe not. No, 3, 4, and 4 is 11, so 3, 4, and 3 is 10 games. So this must have come down to a 7-game series between the Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks. Happens. So, alright, we know where we can improve. We definitely had some disappointments hitting the ball in the regular season. Javi Lopez is due to be a free agent. Let's actually see who has 1-year deals that we may want to extend now. Not Javi Lopez. Ginter, if he wants less than $1 million, I'd extend him. Otherwise, he can walk. Dingman not getting a major league deal. Conrad's not going to get a major league deal. And maybe we'll re-sign him in the offseason. Snell is not going to get a major league deal either. Blevins, no major league deal, sorry. No, because the problem is if they couldn't cut the major league roster, I have to assume that they're going to make such an improvement that they can not only cut the roster, but they also are starting. And he's not good enough. He's not anywhere close to there. No major league deal for you either. It's tough because these are good starters, but I'm not gonna pay them more to play in AAA either. It sucks. Oh, good. You know what? I will go maybe $1 million. Let's see if he accepts it. Great. I'm fine giving him $1 million for a AAA contract. I don't have any trouble with that. It's a lot easier to deal with the levels thing. The money ends up all as a wash anyway, as you can see. He pitched in AA. Might as well. It's a AAA thing. It's fine. Oh, not a major league deal. You want a AAA starter's contract? You pitched in Single A. Whatever, it's not a major league deal. I don't worry as much at the minors, because at the end of the day, that stuff really doesn't matter. Guys will improve or they won't. So we have a bunch of guys we'll be losing, including a lot of relief pitchers, and a couple of starters who maybe I'll try and keep. But we'll see what everything looks like. Maybe I keep them and they become assets. So that's stuff we have to figure out later on. Yeah, just a disappointment in the playoffs, but you know what? We made the playoffs. That's an improvement on Season 1. We made even more money in Season 2 than we did in Season 1. And we now own every single concession stand, ballpark attraction, and ballpark store. Which means all of the money that we profit next season will go toward promotional days and toward ballpark upgrades. So we'll be able to have some fireworks and some better lighting bays. That'll be cool. And maybe year 3 will be our year. I mean, I'm willing to spend a little more money in order to get some guys who are valuable. I'm just not spending $12 million for 3 years on Satchel Paige, for example, you know? And yes, I am saving the game twice. But that is going to wrap things up. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Canadians Fan 90 and Mr. Masters, I appreciate the follows. I may be back tonight for maybe a late night stream to end the year of probably NCAA football. We'll see. Just really depends. Again, I appreciate everyone tuning in, and next time we stream MVP, we will be checking out the 06-07 offseason. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, subscribe on YouTube if you're watching the archive, give me a follow on Twitter, and yeah, have a good one, and if I don't stream again tonight, Happy New Year.